This is the last of our factoring videos. We are now going to be combining a few different methods together at once. This is referred to as factoring completely. Now in these examples, we are going to start out with having to take out a greatest common factor first before we create any of our X-Man drawings. So in this example here, I see 15, 55, and 30. And I notice that that greatest common factor is 5. So what I'm going to do is factor out a 5 from everything. And then I'm going to be left with 3x squared plus 11x plus 6. And now what we're going to do is factor this red quadratic expression using our X-Man format. So when we go ahead and we draw our x out, we're going to be bringing down our positive 11 as our addition portion. And then we're going to be multiplying 3 times positive 6, which is 18, to get our multiplication section. And then I want to think of two numbers that when multiplied together equal 18 and when added together equal 11. And I know that that is going to be 9 and 2. And then from here, we're going to be factoring completely using this red expression. So what this is now going to equal is 5 on the outside still, because we can't get rid of what we factored out, is then going to be 3x squared plus our 9x plus 2x, and then our plus 6. And now if we remember, x squared, we are going to be using our factoring by grouping when there's 4 terms. This also did not change this expression at all because 9x plus 2x is still equal to our 11x. So we just rewrote our red expression a little differently. So then we go ahead and divide our expression down the middle, and we're going to factor out a common factor from 3x squared and 9x. And I hope that you see that that is going to be a 3x, and we're going to be left with x plus 3. And then on the right, we are going to be factoring out a positive 2 between 2 and 6. So we're going to be left with 2x plus 3. We know we factored correctly because our parentheses match up. And then our final answer, we still have to incorporate our 5 that we took out from everything. So we have our 5. And then we have our first set of parentheses. It's what we factored out on the outside. So that will be 3x plus 2. And then one of our matching parentheses, which is x plus 3. And this whole expression is our final answer. Again, if you did not factor out the 5 from the beginning, you would have had something that could have still continued to be factored in your final answer, so you wouldn't have fully factored the question. I have another example, so if you choose to keep watching, here is example 2. Same idea, I'm going to take out a greatest common factor first. So I look at 6, 21, and 12, and I notice that I can take a 3 out from everything. And I'm going to be left with 2. Hold on, let's write that in red again. I'm going to be left with 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. And then we're going to go ahead and factor out in red with our X-Man. So I'm going to bring down the positive 7, and then I'm going to multiply together 2 and negative 4, which will give us negative 8. And then I determine what two numbers when multiplied together equal negative 8 and when added together equal positive 7. And I know that's going to be negative 1 and a positive 8. So when I go to factor, again, I'm going to have this equal to 3 still on the outside, and then we rewrite 2x squared, oops, minus 1x plus 8x and then minus 4 from our original expression. And again, noticing the same thing, that we didn't change what was in red, we just broke it up into two different terms in the middle. And then we go straight into our factoring by grouping. And if you want, you can always bring down that 3 that you factored out. And we're going to see what can I take out of 2x squared and minus 1x. And all that I can factor out is just an x. So I'm left with 2x minus 1. And then on the right side, I can take out a 4 from both. And it's going to be a positive 4 because we bring down our plus sign. And I'm going to be left with 2x minus 1. And then for my final answer, I take the 3 that we factored out at the beginning. And then I rewrite in parentheses what we factored out from what was in red. X plus 4 goes together. And then my second set of parentheses is the matching pair of 2x minus 1. And this is what the entire factored expression final answer would look like. So good luck with your homework. And again, we are done with our different factoring methods. So good luck.